Bora então dar continuidade, pessoal, ao nosso guia de Sherlock Holmes, capítulo 1 no nosso canal Toalha Nerd. Nós acabamos de descobrir uma pista muito importante no final da parte anterior, então nós vamos aqui no livro de casos e vamos aqui para a procura de um amigo da família e já marca essa evidência com um quadrado e vamos sair aqui da casa. Vamos aqui. Lá tá o balão de gás, estão vendo? Ó? Foi bem fácil de se achar. Olha lá. E é para lá que nós vamos para iniciar um novo caso.
That wretch Goliath would murder us all. Mark my words.
Gaiola dourada iniciada. Jardim dos Gilden. Aqui já vamos olhar o portão aqui, ó. É uma pista.
As if he
Investiga.
was struck by a battering ram.
I wonder how we
Beleza.
managed not to hear any of this.
Agora são os potes pisoteados aqui.
Destruction and trampled ground.
Vamos aqui. Vira aqui. E um corpo. Vamos então investigar.
Oof, a contortionist you were not.
Começa aqui pela cabeça.
Disjointed vertebrae. Difficult to say if it was a way to start or finish him off.
O dedinho aqui.
A missing pinky. Middle-aged. It's none other than Theodore Gilden.
Aqui embaixo.
A kneecap reduced to splinters.
E aqui. No cinto.
A belt from a dressing gown. Curious.
Oh boy, Sherlock. Another death means another question.
And we shall answer the question. It's far too interesting to give it up to the police.
Vamos aqui. Cadê vocês? Aqui é uma. Não, não era. Devia ser. Ah, é assim, ó. Vamos lá. Começa por aqui.
A strong pull broke this leash.
Você já deve saber o que é isso aqui, né? Se vocês não sabem, é uma gaiola de elefante. Beleza. Um gancho limpo.
Poke the elephant with this? Really? People are hopeless.
Falta uma pista ainda. Aqui, ó.
A pool of blood and saliva, possibly as a result of impact.
Sherlock, take a picture of the footprint. It's valuable evidence.
Vamos então tirar nossa câmera e tirar uma foto da pegada.
This photograph can help us find the old article about the elephants. The front page was fascinating. It was hard to believe as a child.
True. We may need it in our investigation.
Temos mais algumas pistas para pegar aqui ainda. Vamos procurar. Acho que é aqui.
A coal gas tank. Enough to pump up an airship.
Aqui também.
Fresh signs of impact. A rough landing led to an altercation with this shed.
Cadê o último? Vira.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Não, ainda não deu.
A sailor's knife useful for cutting wet and thick ropes.
Ali, ó.
It's seen
Na
a lot
lâmina.
of use. The blade is worn from grinding.
Vamos então aqui. Não é essa troca. Também não é essa troca. É essa aí. Beleza. Não, troca. Essa mesmo. Não. É essa aqui. Deixa eu validar pra ver.
In a fit of rage, the elephant broke the chain and threw its victim on the ground with a fierce power. Escaping the scene, it pulled the body with it, but dropped it at the gate. At least some of this was witnessed by a third party who was hurled against the shed. The elephant can't have gone too far. I can still track it.
Well, suppose you find it. Then what? Push it all the way back to the manor?
Vamos fixar aqui no livro de casos. Animal suspeito com quadrado, beleza? Agora vamos perguntar para as pessoas sobre o animal suspeito.
Excuse me, just one question.
That's a question I can answer.
Animal suspeito. O elefante chamado Golias cruzou a ponte grega na direção da floresta onde Theodore costumava caminhar com ele. A ponte grega é essa? Ponte grega, beleza. Vamos cruzar também. Vamos examinar aqui, ó.
The elephant barged into this cart of olive oil.
What if we're lucky and he slipped and fell somewhere along the way?
Então vamos perseguir. Vai ter que ele bater no óleo e vai deixar um rastro. Aqui. Opa. O elefante passou correndo.
Hear me out. If an elephant falls in the forest and there's no one around to...
John, no.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
Cadê o elefante? Perdemos o rastro. Achamos. Vamos continuar. Foi longe, hein? Chegamos aqui, perto da água. Vamos ver o que nós temos aqui. O elefante foi mais longe. Ok. Ok. Ele não nada e acabou voltando. Que bom. Podia ter um aviso, né? Tava procurando outra pista. Tava nas árvores. Cadê você? Achei. Aqui, ó. Nossa, tava da cor da árvore praticamente.
Strange. It was hung with care.
Pega aqui.
The game has escaped us for now. We'll find a solution to the elephant problem later.
E aqui? Cara, tio Dory, eu lhe escrevo como companheiro da ilha, valorizo nossa amizade assim como a vida do nosso povo, embora tema que essa amizade unilateral não possa mais atar minhas mãos. Você me faz parecer fraco aos olhos da sua vizinhança. Acreditam que sua árvore é uma zombaria, não uma oferta de paz como você pretendia. As pessoas estão com medo. Você se recusou a dar o devido treinamento ao seu elefante e, em vez disso, usou seu próprio conhecimento limitado para ensiná-lo. Trata-se de uma situação impossível. Admito que pensei em entregar o elefante às forças ao Sr. Tyrehart, que se mostrou infinitamente, acho que é outra palavra ali, mas tudo bem, capaz de cuidar do elefante fava, muito embora seja fêmea e consideravelmente menos assustadora do que sua besta. Por favor, reconsidere a situação. Sr. William Sinclair, governador de Codorna. Todas as evidências coletadas. Com a chave da mansão, nós vamos voltar até a casa do Gideon. Seria aqui, né? Não, cemitério. Aqui, ó, cemitério de Codorna. Bora lá. Que cemitério, louco? Tô ficando maluco já. Aqui. Vamos sair pela rua. Vamos descer essa rua aqui também. Atravessar a ponte. Entramos.
You. Who are you?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. Theodore Gilden was...
Did you kill him? Did you kill the elephant?
It's not in the yard anymore. It escaped into the forest.
You can't let it go. What if it returns?
I highly doubt that, Miss...
Imogen Gilden. Please, I beg of you, find that dreadful beast that killed my father.
I suppose we do need to learn what happened.
Vamos lá. Vamos perguntar a Guia tudo o que sabe.
Can you tell me what happened? From the very start.
I was here, so I didn't see how it began. My father visits the enclosure every morning to wake up Goliath. Today, I heard the elephant scream. I've never heard such a horrifying sound. My heart stopped. I knew something was wrong. I looked through my window and saw how it lifted my father up by his neck. I rushed downstairs. I saw it dragging my father as if he were a doll. I threw stones at it. It dropped my father's body and charged outside, screaming. Its roar was almost human. I was frightened, so I ran inside and hid here.
Theodore pagou com a vida.
Well, it was the most probable outcome, living with a giant wild animal such as that.
How can you be so cold? Goliath murdered my father, Mr. Holmes. He mustn't be allowed to get away with it.
Well, thank you for the information, Miss Gilden. I did have some questions for your father. Perhaps you might help me with them?
I wasn't privy to much of my father's life, and it's very hard to think of anything at all with Goliath still loose. Please, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Do you mind if I ask you more questions if I find anything that might help?
Anything to catch that monster.
Vamos, nós já nos conhecemos.
Miss Gilden, I was on this island 10 years ago, and your father knew my mother. I believe I even had the opportunity to ride that balloon outside, but I do not recall seeing you.
I lived at my late mother's in Sheffield at the time. I'm in no spirit to reminisce right now. The elephant is out there.
You've never heard the name Violet Holmes before? Perhaps your father...
Please, Mr. Holmes. With that beast roaming free, I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Beleza, não mostra as evidências pra ela ainda perto de sair.
I have to leave you for now.
Então aqui nós já temos... Cadê? Vamos pegar aqui. Investiga aqui.
She packed as much as she could carry.
Esse livro aqui, pessoal, ó, tá vendo aqui, ó? É um colecionável, beleza? Nós vamos pegar vários desse tipo durante o jogo. Não se preocupe que eu vou mostrar pra vocês a locação de todos. Só que dessa vez ele faz parte da evidência aqui, então a gente já tá pegando.
False idols? Oh, sounds utterly dreary.
Pegamos, falsos ídolos, beleza? Aqui, bora!
The same dull poses on all romantic photographs.
Vira.
So idyllic. Enjoy your happily ever after before it stales.
Hey, Sherry, we need to talk. You found false idols. We need to find the remaining two.
What does bazooka even mean? Would this paper be good for anything but blowing one's nose on?
They're not rubbish, Sherry. There's something more. I'm serious.
Very well. I doubt it'll be worth it, but I will find them for you, John.
You'll thank me later. They're some of the most imaginative books I've ever read.
What did you say?
Speaking aloud helps me think.
Beleza, ele falou um pouco do livro também, viu? Bora pro outro lado. Vamos atravessar de sala para cá. Começar aqui com a cadeira.
The nicest spot in the room. Mr. Gilden spent hours of his life right here.
Staring at an elephant's backside. What a wonderful life.
Agora vamos pegar as evidências aqui nessa mesa.
A relatively functional choice to replace the finger.
Vamos lá, vira aqui. Cadê? Ali, ó.
Oh, the pungent stench of an animal.
Did Theodore seek some pink elephants with this?
Vira.
I think Miss Gilden has barely matured.
Tá faltando uma coisinha. Ali, ó. Não é aqui? Pro outro lado, então. Ah, tá ali, ó. Essa foto vira.
I think they were closer than you and me, John.
I'm hurt.
Conseguimos todas as pistas. Vamos aqui agora. Vamos pegar mais pistas.
What's so special about this place? Another elephant?
Ali.
A partnership annulled with a single stroke of a pen.
Era aqui embaixo, aqui não era. Aqui, ó.
A catchy title. I should take a photograph of the plans. I don't want to carry them around.
Vamos lá, tirar uma foto então, segurando o R2. Parece que pegou. Vamos voltar a falar com a Imogen. Oferecer evidências. Fale sobre
A
tudo.
Swift, is this name familiar to you? Your father had it removed from this plan.
Oh, that's Arthur Swift. I've seen him a couple of times here. He works with my father in the old city, digging up something ancient.
He is an archaeologist?
That's the word, yes. But to be truthful, I really don't think Mr. Swift is fit to be one. I've just learnt a lot about archaeology from my favourite book series. Oh, they are page-turners.
Inspirational, I'm sure, but would you happen to know where this Mr. Swift might be found?
I don't, but perhaps you can find out somewhere. My father's work with him is all official. Lots of boring legal papers with signatures and stuff.
Próxima evidência.
And, which part of the elephant is in here? It's quite pungent.
Oh, that. It's elephant sweat. Father believed that it might replace traditional ambergris.
Well, that's true entrepreneur spirit.
Próxima.
How can you read something like this? It's hard to swallow, and that's not due to the hard cover.
You're hardly serious. Any library without Nabe and Laura is incomplete. If you can read, then these books are an absolute must. Love and adventure. They're about life.
Oh, I wasn't aware that exploding pyramids were a part of daily life on Cordona.
You haven't seen life, so you might try reading about it at least.
Vamos, próxima
I
pista.
found this. Who's this young lad next to you, your faithful knight?
Paul. He's my pirate. He's not really a pirate. I just call him that. It probably sounds very silly.
Your secret is safe in my hands. Does Paul work somewhere? What is his surname?
His name is Paul Perks. He and his yacht Whirlpool are the champions of the Salacia Yacht Club. He sails there. I'll show you where it is on the map if you need to meet him.
A yachting champion? Well, that will be a first. I prefer dry land. And so does my suit.
Próxima.
These bags of yours, it looks as if you've packed your entire room. Were you planning on going somewhere?
My partner and I, we wanted a change, a fresh start abroad. But now I have to stay here. Here, an orphan.
Próxima.
I'm afraid I can't add anything useful.
Próxima.
Had Goliath been aggressive before?
It's dangerous, but it was never aggressive near my father. My father would do anything for Goliath. All the elephant had to do was clap its ears.
You envied him, the elephant, I mean.
Our house is called the House of Ivory. I've heard some people refer to me as the Ivory Girl. And my room stinks of the animal, as if it's me who lives in a pen and not Goliath. It's not envy, Mr. Holmes. It's just incredibly difficult to live like this.
Próxima pista.
Did you observe anyone else in the yard? Any of your servants, perhaps?
Servants? Do you imagine that we would have any with Goliath? No one wishes to work in this house, even for double pay. I didn't see anyone else. Only my father and that diabolical beast.
Beleza. Foram todas que nós podíamos falar com ela. Evidências chaves coletadas. Vamos aqui em livro de casos. Fotos da Imogen. Aperta quadrado para você botar ela ali do lado. Ok. Vamos precisar vir aqui no Clube Yacht Salácia. Vamos lá. Pontos de viagem rápida. Conseguimos mais um ponto de viagem rápido. Beleza. Pro outro lado. Vamos descer na próxima rua. Falar com esse cara.
Could you help me?
That's a question I can answer.
Os membros do clube disseram que Paul perdeu a corrida e ninguém ouviu desde essa manhã. Ele pode estar na oficina ao sul do clube AT. Beleza, então vamos entrar na oficina. É essa casinha aqui, ó. Vamos começar inspecionando um barco aqui na água. Aqui, ó, achamos.
The Champion's Whirlpool. Paul's bread and butter.
Beleza. Aqui está o storage. Dentro dele nós vamos encontrar o outro livro colecionável que nós precisamos.
A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
It should have a warning to cover your
A
ears.
foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
Cadê o livro? Não esqueça de investigar tudo ali. Ali, ó. Bem escondido. Vira.
Sails of hatred. I suppose there is something for everyone, including champions.
Who knew archaeology could be so exciting?
Exciting is certainly a word.
Colecionável pego. Beleza, essa sala não abre, então você olha aqui pela janela. Tem uns panos com sangue ali, ó.
Someone being hurt.
Vem aqui, só que nós temos que trocar mais uma pista de novo. Vem aqui no livro de casos. Oficina do clube e arte. Aperta quadrado, fixa. Cadê?
Bloodied bandages. Someone being hurt.
Ah, eu não investiguei a porta, eu achei isso. Por isso que não deu certo. Vamos entrar agora.
Where would a champion
Agora sim.
find a key?
Quer ver? Ali, ó. Faltava investigar a porta. Vira.
I hope
Pega a
Paul is
chave.
more skilled at yachting than he is at hiding keys.
Agora a gente entra. Vou começar a pegar as pistas aqui. São 3.
An expensive set of tools for woodwork. An amateur wouldn't know how to use these. Shipbuilding, shipwright's tricks, sail weaving.
Cadê o último? Não, lamparina aqui não era. Acho que aqui já foi, então um pouquinho aqui já. Aqui, ó. Ah, eu pensei que já tinha ido aqui.
A box full of darts. Each has a needle and can be loaded with drugs.
Pegamos. Agora na mesa.
To earn big, you have to spend big.
Seu vigarista idiota, acha mesmo que pode sugar minha família, roubar meu dinheiro, explorar minha filha? Isso termina hoje, sua carreira acabou. Eu lhe darei um último aviso, se você se recusar a cooperar, será encontrado em águas profundas. Gilden.
Mr. Gilden wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty.
Vira.
An interesting place for a message to a champion.
Vira de
Additional
novo.
earnings to sweeten the victory.
Do quadro nós já pegamos. Ali, ó.
Old betting slips. Paul always bets on Whirlpool. One victory after another.
Livro de casos. Agora vamos fixar o bilhete suspeito com quadrado.
Bloodied bandages. A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea. A foghorn to navigate and warn others at sea.
aqui. Pegar.
Undeniably psychotropes. Not for toothache, I think. A typical tea tin. I wonder what he has for biscuits.
Beleza, examinamos tudo.
Oi! Hands off my possessions before you lose your fingers. Are you illiterate? The rules are written everywhere.
Ah, Mr. Perks, the cabin boy himself.
Champion, you mean? I was right. You are illiterate. I think a couple of shiners might teach you. One last chance. Who are you?
Vamos lá. Nós vamos dizer que somos um amigo do Sr. Guia. Não, da Imogen primeiro.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Também não
a
importa
friend of
se
our
você
mutual
escolher a outra.
acquaintance, Miss Imogen.
Look, you artichoke. Imogen has no friends. Except for me.
If you must try to insult people, it's better to know the meanings of the words that you're using.
You fancy you could teach a sailor to swear? Go ahead. Show me how inventive you are.
Stand still for a moment.
Vamos observar ele. Pomilhadão suave. Mulher. Vamos aqui no cotovelo. Cotovelo inchado, bateu em algo com força. Braço enfaixado, vingança o acidente. Quadris largos, corpo feminino desenvolvido. Nós vamos dizer que ele é um latista profissional e artista, né? Profissional. Aceita. Tá
I'm
certo.
impressed
Tava
by
lendo
how
em...
well a woman can
E
handle a
esqueci que
knot
tava
and
lendo
endure so many hardships on the open sea.
só com a
The
mente.
revelation of your nature could well humiliate so many rich men here. Not to mention how you have broken the rules. But I understand. You've done this to forge a real career in the sport. But tell me something. Has no one asked you why you don't grow a beard?
Shh! Have you been following me? You better not be wanting to end my career, cause I swear you'll regret it if I get outed.
Damn you, Paul. I'm sick of... Who's this peacock? Does he know who I am?
I definitely know who you are not. You're not a dictionary reader, at least. I wanted to see how you... pals interact with each other in your natural habitat. But I'm afraid I have to interfere.
Chegou a hora de brigar. Vocês estão autorizados a pular o combate se vocês quiserem, mas não sei por que vocês fariam isso. Esses combates são bem emocionantes. Começa ali. Corre lá. Prendemos o primeiro. Prendemos o segundo.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Prendemos o terceiro.
Don't cry. Give him the pepper snuff.
Se você quiser, você pode matar todo mundo aqui. Droga.
Dodge this.
Don't bother
Eu tô
moving.
prendendo em vez de matar, mas se vocês quiserem, vocês podem matar todo mundo. Ali. Ali. Foto do rosto.
We can overcome the brute now.
Beleza.
Overcome him. Don't...
I'm coming.
It won't work this way.
I'm coming for you.
Bicho chato.
I'm coming.
Só por ser chato,
I
tu merece
thought we were
morrer.
against murder.
Cuidado. Preso.
No more crime.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I couldn't miss the party. Dodge this! I'm gonna hurt you.
Vaza lá. Nós estamos... Tenha visto. Sai, sai. Ah, não vai dar tempo. Droga. Tinha outra atirando em nós também. Vai vir uma turma ali, hein?
I'm coming. I couldn't miss the party.
Pronto. Mais rápido agora.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
I thought we were against
Pronto.
murder.
Headshot. Vamos lá.
No more crime for you until next.
The snuff's ready.
Ah. Cadê o cara chato?
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Dali. Ah.
I couldn't miss the party.
Erramos.
No,
Vai na
you
testa.
killed him.
Beleza.
Not that easy.
It won't work this way.
I'm coming.
He's all yours now.
Get ready for some pain.
I thought we were against murder.
Já, mais uma na testa. Toma.
I will end you.
Nossa, mais um tiro dessa porcaria de arma.
Time to knock this guy out. No, you killed him. I thought we were against murder.
Pronto. Matamos a maioria.
Give him the pepper snuff. And there's no reward for risking
Rápido
our
no
lives.
gatilho, troféu conquistado. Mate 5 inimigos. Eita, nós. Matamos 5 inimigos. Então tá bom. Já desbloqueamos o troféu. Se vocês por acaso pularam o combate, vocês podem desbloquear esse troféu em outro combate. Não tem importância nenhuma. Falar com ele?
Fellow mariners have a strange way of showing hospitality.
They were not my friends.
Are you sure? I would rather risk my neck for someone who's at least honest and thankful.
Perhaps then don't enter someone's life and be so judgmental, pretending you're better than they are.
Then give me your perspective and allow me to see through your eyes.
Vamos falar do Theodore Gilden está morto.
I tried to tell you before, but your partners interrupted. Have you heard the news? Theodore Gilden is dead. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what a shock. To me, he was an angry old ogre. Good riddance. Was it Goliath that killed him? Did it crush him? Break his bones? Come on, tell me. I want all the details.
You have an unusual way of showing grief. Imogen wouldn't appreciate that. But yes, the animal could have been involved.
It's poetic in a way, isn't it? It takes a beast to kill a monster. I wish I could have been that elephant.
Onde está?
What were you doing this morning,
Onde
Miss
estava essa
Parks?
manhã?
Don't call me that. I'm a champion. I was sailing.
The other club members told me that you missed the race this morning. Do champions not need to practice?
You've talked with them already. No, I wasn't racing. I visited the doctor after that attack on me. And then I had to honor the deal with the bandits you just took care of.
Você vai ter problemas?
You're asking for trouble with this smuggling business. You'd better leave it before they smuggle you out in a barrel.
Don't patronize me. I've only ever had trouble with law-abiding citizens like Gilden and you, never bandits. So ask me anything you want, and then get out of my sight.
Vamos agora oferecer as evidências para eles. Tudo.
I don't know what this means.
Até?
I don't know what you're
Não?
suggesting.
É tudo.
You smuggle illicit psychotropes on your yacht. Not a delivery for the hospital, I'm sure.
Of course not. I've had to cut corners to earn some money. How might a person afford to pay for a yacht in an honest way? I don't know, although I'm smart. The buyers are my customers. Adults who are willing to pay for their pleasure, or weapons for jewels. Whatever they want me to deliver. Nothing criminal.
Well, it's your lucky day. I'm not here because of smuggling. Have you tasted this tea yourself?
I wouldn't have been a champion if I had used it. It's just a side business that keeps my career afloat. It's quite expensive to compete in yachting. Sometimes I cut corners.
Such as fixing whirlpool yourself?
Exactly. And sometimes I just have to pay. That's how I earn money. I don't sell slaves or take the last mangear from a poor family.
Próxima evidência.
It seems as though Theodore Gilden hung a sword of Damocles over your life and career. Were these only words or something more serious?
Check my forearm. Pulled muscles and bruises. Small cuts. Nothing that you could call serious.
I doubt that a man in his late 50s could wrestle you.
It wasn't him. He behaved like a rat and hired brutes. His boys tried to lock my hands behind my back, but I was faster and I escaped.
Was he so protective of his daughter, or was it your feminine secret that provoked him?
My guess is that he was protecting his property. As he saw it, he owned Imogen, and he treated her like a piece of furniture. He didn't want his daughter to be loved by anyone. What's more painful is that Theodore didn't allow me to love his daughter. Typical.
I'm not sure that your relationship with Imogen could be described as typical.
Are you afraid of a woman in trousers? Now that's typical of men.
Próxima evidência.
Look what I found. A box full of darts.
Hey, that's mine.
I confiscated it. These darts appear to be filled with something. Poison? How powerful is it?
It's strychnine. Enough to instantly kill a small rodent. I haven't tried it on a human. Yet. I hope you know what you're doing.
Could it immobilize a larger animal, say, an elephant?
I've never tried, but I have wondered.
Próxima.
Between yachts, darts, and notes from bandits, I've discovered many fascinating facts about you. But this, an installment of Nabe and Laura's adventures. Why did you sully your library with this?
It's a gift from Imogen. I didn't buy it. I might have turned a couple of pages, but nothing more. I swear.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but your literary taste has put you on my blacklist.
Próxima.
A charming picture. I've heard that champions do often pose with their trophies.
Cheeky. It is a lovely trophy, though. I'm sure you will agree.
What is it that you like most about her? Her naivety? Her father's money?
A somewhat difficult choice. Especially now that her father is out of the equation.
Próximo.
Does this knife seem familiar? I didn't find it in your competitor's back, to be clear.
This knife is as blunt as your humor. It's a bosun's knife, but it's not mine. I wouldn't be so careless as to mislay my tools.
Próxima.
What can you tell me about the elephant?
He's smarter than some people here, including his owner. Although I feel he could be dangerous, no matter how much he's fed.
Why is that? Have you ever seen Goliath attack anyone?
Well, not exactly. But I saw it, abusing some poor tree during one of its walks with Theodore. The expression on that old ninny's face was priceless. But it wasn't funny to look at. Believe me, it was frightening.
Próxima.
Imogen doesn't strike me as an industrious young lady, so I find it strange that she was busy packing up all her belongings when Mr. Gilden died. That's some favorable wind in your sails, isn't it?
Is it so suspicious that a couple might embark on a trip? I wanted to thank her, so we planned to go traveling. A Theodore-free place, without elephants.
The timing of it is suspicious, however. Your lady friend becomes an orphan and heir, and there's a planned trip directly afterwards.
An improvised romantic dinner will never please a spoilt girl. A planned voyage might. It's not spur of the moment.
Próximo.
I don't know what this means.
Próximo.
A. Swift. Are you familiar with this name? The gentleman had business with Mr. Gilden.
Likely just another strange and wrinkled fellow like old Gilden was. Perhaps this Swift person has a rhino, and they wanted to see which pet was stronger. In other words, I don't know who he is, but I bet he's crazy like Theodore.
I doubt that court owner has ever boasted a battle arena for that size of mammal. You have an interesting imagination.
Beleza. Todas as evidências chaves coletadas. Vamos sair pra rua novamente. Não é aqui? É aqui. Vamos voltar até a mansão. Onde é que é aqui? Não. Mas era aqui perto. É a casa do balão. Ah, é aqui, né? Um cantinho. É. Então vamos subir. Subir e vamos lá. Isso aqui, pessoal, eu colecionava, beleza? Pode ver, tem mais espalhado pelo mapa, aqui tem outro. Eu recomendo a vocês não pegarem nada agora. Pra pegar tudo numa sessão só, pra não ter problema de fazer nada errado. Pra vocês depois acompanharem certinho o guia de eu pegando eles bonitinho. Cadê a entrada? Aqui. Vamos subir e falar com a Imogen novamente. Espera aí, eu já não tinha investigado essa cadeira. Não devia ter aparecido de novo. Vamos aqui. Mostre todas as evidências restantes para Imogen. Vamos lá.
I don't have any thoughts on this. I've nothing to say about this.
Have you seen what your father sent to Paul?
This is despicable. My father was never a gentleman, but this crosses the line. I knew that father wasn't fond of Paul, but this is just awful. If only he could have seen how good Paulie is to me.
Próxima.
Are you aware that Paul smuggles drugs for a dangerous gang?
Mr. Holmes, I've already told you. I call him a pirate in play. He's not an actual pirate. He's a champion and a brave gentleman, not a thug.
Let us agree to disagree on that. But don't be surprised if one of his clients knocks on your door.
Beleza, atualizamos.
It's chilling to think the monster is free.
Tá, o que nós temos que fazer aqui agora? Livro de casos. Não. Cadê? Planos de construção para o banho de marfim. Aperta quadrado e deixa ela aparecer no cantinho, beleza? Vamos precisar dela. Nosso próximo grande objetivo é o prédio da prefeitura. Cadê? Mercado. Prefeitura. Vamos marcar. Marquei. Vamos até lá então. Muito beco e muita rua pela frente. Estamos longe ainda. Ah, vamos lá.
Extra, extra! Thief!
Droga. Ah, não vai dar tempo. Mas vou tentar cortar caminho aqui pelo beco. Só continuar reto, estamos quase lá. Então, pessoal, estamos chegando aqui na prefeitura. Nós vamos encerrar essa parte por aqui. Não se esqueça de deixar o seu like, se inscreva aí se você não for inscrito e até a nossa